I've used every skill I can recall to repair my body. It's far from perfect, but we can at least fight together now.
Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm NIKKE, this is NIKKE, Goddess of Victory. I'm about to break a milestone, so that's why I want to show this off. And I also want to break a milestone of something plot relevant, so that means I should probably give a little bit of context through recollection.
The coffin is here.
So she was telling the truth. She must have been confident she'd defeat us. Yeah, if it were me, I would have lied. Are you proud that you have less morals than a heretic? I always tell the truth. Good grief.
Where is Glass Slippers?
Up ahead, inside the flower bud.
Grave walks forward.
Right here.
What's going on?
It's gone. She betrayed us.
What?
Incoming heat source. It's coming from above. What's going on? Is it some kind of crystal chamber? Whatever it is, it's flying? We don't know what it is, but the Harmony Cube is exhibiting a reaction.
Glass slippers.
That's what Cinderella wears?
Glass slippers have been covered by crystals. This is an insult. Glass slippers cannot be used by anyone else other than Cinderella. So they covered it in crystals.
Incoming attack!
Glass slippers attack all those who do not wield it. We have to remove the crystals that cover it.
I thought you said it'd been consumed by them. What would be the point?
Just like Cinderella, glass slippers are unable to be compromised. Ever.
So, as long as we're able to remove those crystals, this thing should be fine?
That's right. I'll leave this to you. I have to go and make sure the coffin is okay.
Okay, leave it to us.
Alright, so that's what we're up against. That's why we're getting it. We teamed up with Grave to see if we can revive Cinderella as Cinderella and not as Enichiro. We have the campaign now. And this is honestly a pretty rough fight. But I can do it. I made it down to 2 health bars and then quit, so I know that I should be able to do it this time. Here's the details on my team. Crown. Crown is the best burst 2 in the game, and she's an excellent buffer. She's also an excellent tank, but She gives attack boost to anyone involved in a full burst, and a defense boost to anyone not involved in a full burst, and gives them reload speed. Very important. After 43 attacks, she gets a healing buff, which is nice for the tank. When she maxes out her healing buff, then she removes it, I think, and she gets an invincibility for 5 seconds and a taunt for 5 seconds. This can cause her trouble, but it's not the point of bringing the crown to anything. Whenever she is healed, she gives an attack boost to everyone, which is why she is in the first slot. And finally, her burst skill, she boosts attack damage for everyone for 15 seconds, and she gives out a shield. This shield is great for everything except for aesthetics, because it can make it slightly hard for me to see what I'm doing. In slot 2 we have Naga. Naga is also burst 2, she's going to be our healer. She recovers cover HP when she lands enough attacks and boosts damage dealt to a core. After 5 attacks she increases damage boost to a core, but Actually no, this applies when she gets a shield, which is what Crown does with her burst, so that's also quite handy. Anyway, when she lands 5 attacks, she boosts her core damage to 2 allies with the highest attack, so that'll be your attackers, nice. After 5 attacks, she also heals 2 allies, and if there is less than 2 allies that are fully healed, then her healing goes to the person in the first slots, which means Crown, so Crown's buff. And we're not going to see her burst 2 skill, but it's a heal, it's a pierce boost, and it does give out an attack buff. It's just not as cool as Crown. In slot 1, as our sniper, we have Ian. Ian is probably one of the best electric DPS in the game, but she's also specifically good for the mirror container fight, which is where you start gathering all your electric DPS. When she starts a battle, she summons 4 Near Feathers. Near Feathers deal true damage to a random target, and in a fight with a boss that gets a huge defense buff, that's important. Activate when entering burst skill 3, she gains an attack buff. When she has a Near Feather, it attacks a random enemy unit. Deals 73% of her attack stat as true damage, so very nice. When she lands a full charge shot, she actually deals bonus damage because it gives out the charge damage buff. And when you use her skill 3, then she summons 6 Near Feathers. They rapidly attack everything. She gains a boost to her true damage and her charge damage and hits 10 enemies with the highest defense for 256.79% of her final attack as true damage. It is insane. It also makes her kind of cool for wiping out large fields of enemies. Obviously if you've got more than 10 then it's not going to be all of them, but it's still good for clearing the field. As our burst 1, we have Rappy Red Hood. Keep in mind, this is a ward boss, so she will be taking a bit extra damage here, but it's not the anomaly interception version, so it's not going to scale up ridiculously. Because there are no burst 1 allies, she's going to be a burst 1. She's going to be in combat assist, which means that when we enter full burst, she reduces the cooldown of all burst skills by 7 seconds and boosts attack damage. It's not by much, but it is there. And obviously I can't afford to upgrade it, otherwise I would. At the start of a battle, she counts as an electric code enemy, which is important because this boss is weak to electric. At least I think so. She attaches projectiles after landing enough attacks, 120 of them, and projectiles deal bonus AoE damage when they explode, either by hitting a target that can't be attached to, by the enemy dying, or by entering burst 3, because that's when they explode. As she's a burst 1, we only care about this. Cooldown of burst skill down by 20 seconds, on top of her getting 6.7 seconds here. We're basically going to be able to spam our burst skills as soon as they're available. It also boosts the radius of her explosion, I think. And she gives out an attack buff to everyone. And finally, we have the girl of the hour, Cinderella. When entering burst 3, she gains an attack boost based on her maximum HP. She also has this weird effect with her rocket launcher where instead of being charge and shoot once, you charge up and then she starts shooting rapidly. They're not really explosive, they don't have much AoE, but they do home in on the target, which is nice. When hitting a target with full charge, she deals bonus damage. Because why not? At the start of battle, she creates a decoy. And when you enter burst skill stage 3, she creates a decoy. Every 3 seconds the decoy exists, she gains extra maximum HP. Remember how in her first skill, she gains attack bonus based on her HP? Yeah. And finally, Glass Slippers Full Contact. Deal final attack damage sequentially for 10 times, so she's going to be hitting enemies 10. There's only going to be one target. She's going to be hitting this guy for 10 times at this number. If she is in the beautiful status, deal an extra couple of hits based on how many stacks she has of beautiful, so up to 12 times of this. Basically, Cinderella is basically your way of beating this fight when you don't have high stats, and we are rather behind the numbers here.
It is not becoming to rush.
And because I'm saying this aloud, I might not be getting it quite right. The first thing that I need to do is to spam Ian so I can get into a full burst immediately with her specifically. Yep, it's the anomaly boss, so all the tactics that I've learned there apply here.
Just like how I did during practice. Down with those.
Take cover for these spikes because they actually do hurt a lot. I need to keep it. Yeah, okay, I missed the thing, but I actually need to retry already. The first thing that happens, and it's annoying because it's obscured by Crown's shields, it's going to summon a little turret and I have to have Ian one-shot it. Because everything in this boss fight...
Just like how I did during practice. Down with those. Just a second, teacher.
There. Everything in this boss fight tends to be kill it in one shot or don't kill it at all. There, another turret. I want to destroy it before it can take a shot because they either really hurt or they destroy the shields and we might need those for others. We might be able to destroy that Harmony Cube shard in the middle.
Just like how I did during practice. Down with those with threatening.
Yeah, I don't think it. Oh, well, that's annoying. Okay, Ian can one-shot these at her current level. Now this is where things get a little bit messy, because the boss is going to give itself a massive defense boost. I want to preserve the burst for a little bit longer, because it's going to do this. I messed up. The idea is that Ian should be able to kill each of those glass slipper ads off to the side during the shield. And if she does that, then it reduces the boss's defense because it gets a 90% defense boost just by... It has 90% defense boost, but it's reduced by the amount...
Wasn't that cool?
As I was saying, it's reduced by the amount of it's reduced by the amount of those glass slipper ads you destroy, but you have to do it in one shot because they gain immunity to damage after taking any damage. And unlike these turrets off to the side, they actually have a lot of armor, so you need to time your buffs carefully to do it. It would be nice if I had extra ammo on Ian here. Okay, watching for those ads to pop out.
Down with those who threaten the kingdom. Feast your eyes on what a student can do. Just Just like how I did during practice.
Now there is actually a trick to this part.
Just a second, teacher. Just a second.
1, 2, but I don't hit the third burst until after I destroy the glass slipper.
Reload it. Wasn't that cool? Just like how I did. Down with those who threaten with evil. Feast your eyes on what a student can reload it. Wasn't that cool? Just a second, teacher. Down with those who threaten with evil. Just like how I did during practice.
The shield is gone. We need to kill it before it reaches its final attack, and we did it. The final attack is to refresh its buff entirely and produce cancel rings that you have to destroy in order to prevent it from wiping the party. Although granted, with my team, my tanks can actually survive, but they can't finish it off. Cinderella and Crown can survive it, but not without all your DPS and healers, you're not going to win, especially since that usually happens in the last 20 seconds or so. Just not enough time. Ian is meta. You need to try and pick up Ian and level her up, because while there are definitely better snipers, there are just so many tough water type bosses that you need a strong electric type. And given that this water boss also relies heavily on defense buffs, and she deals true damage, it's important to get Ian. So that's the end of the chapter. Let's see what the story is. As the crystals shatter, 4 huge shields fall to the ground. The shields possess a mirror sheen, reflecting the surrounding environment of their surfaces.
Grave. We've done it. Grave?
Grave comes running.
Glass slippers.
Doesn't look much like a shoe to me. Me neither.
Is it still fully functional?
Yes. Like I told you, glass slippers cannot be compromised.
And the coffin?
Also unharmed.
Thank goodness.
They fed the Harmony Cube fragments to the crystal so that it would expand and cover glass slippers. They wanted to keep this weapon for themselves at any cost.
Why would they want a weapon that they couldn't use?
It could be symbolic. Perhaps they consider it a legendary weapon of some kind. That's probably why they also decorated the path.
I see.
Let's wake Cinderella.
Yes.
The familiar and terrifying sound of glass breaking fills the air.
What is that?
Grave, hurry! Behemoth is coming. Right, that's the heretic that's been responsible for keeping us from... She's been trying to grab Cinderella, but failing sometimes.
That quickly? Here she comes!
Behemoth is charging towards us. Everyone fire! Everyone unleashes a maelstrom of bullets and missiles, but it does nothing to stop Behemoth. She receives the full brunt of the assault and continues to charge forward unfazed.
Die. You first.
Behemoth approaches without slowing down, snatching Grave with her clamp and hurling her into a nearby wall. Crystals shatter all around, sending fragments flying.
First up, the brains of the operation.
My stomach feels warm. One of the crystals has pierced my abdomen. I feel my legs give way and I fall to my knees. Those crystals are bad news for NIKKE. I dread to think what they'll be like for a human. Don't come near. You can't touch my blood. Don't come close.
What are you saying? If you don't stop the bleeding...
I'll be fine, just stay back.
Okay.
My vision is getting hazy. Everything sounds far off and muffled. I feel cold. Anise is sent flying. Neon is crushed. Rappy collapses. Vesti tumbles across the ground. I have to get up and command them. I open my eyes. How long have I been out? I look around me frantically. Everyone is lying on the ground, motionless. Rappy, Anise, Neon, Vesti. The only one I can't see is Grave.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Some kind of secret weapon or something along those lines? Once I took you out, the rest of them came tumbling down like dominoes. I doubt Grave will divulge how to open this coffin. Oh, what should I do?
Behemoth picks up the coffin with her clamps.
I really wanted to meet her. What's this? The weight's different.
Oh, did Grave swap her out? Behemoth breaks the coffin open with her clamps. There is a small burst of sparks, and the sounds and vibrations emanating from the coffin cease.
It's empty?
I frantically look around in search of Grave, and see her standing in front of a tall crystal which is bathed in darkness. Inside that crystal, a figure can faintly be made out. When we were fighting glass slippers...
You got me.
You were tricked.
You have no idea how much that pisses me off.
Rappy hurls herself at Behemoth and slams her fist into her face. Behemoth's jaw becomes slightly warped, but other than that there's no discernible damage. One of her clamps sends Rappy flying back. Get up. I have to get up. I have to do something. Anything.
Wow, look at you standing up. That must have hurt like hell.
Apparently we do have a final trick. I hurl the disc at Behemoth, and it feebly lands between her feet.
Target area acquired. Skipping all sequences. Proceeding straight to activation upon impact.
I'm starting to get sick of this.
Just as Behemoth's clamp reaches out,
What the?
sparks fly from Behemoth's clamp as it stops dead in its tracks.
It's a hit, but slightly to the right.
Huh. Wow, even when you're being half covered in crystal, you're still taking a sniper shot like that.
Adjusting the coordinates. Just a moment.
I will say, that's one good thing about these crystals. You don't have to adjust your aim every single time.
The only downside is that they have a time limit.
I'll fire off a bit more. I want her to feel the same pain she's inflicted on us.
Go for it.
What a thorn in my side you all are.
The A-pillar is coming!
Behemoth jumps back. Missed. Vesti rushes in under the incoming A-pillar before it hits the ground, and it lands directly on her shoulders. Carrying the now bent A-pillar on her shoulders, Vesti uses her entire body to hurl the stake.
This is a bit dangerous.
With a swing of her clamp, Behemoth knocks away the A-pillar. Seizing the opportunity, Vesti dives in close and tackles Behemoth.
Your offenses are useless if I'm up close.
I could say the same thing to you.
Don't be so sure about that.
Vesti unleashes a volley of missiles into Behemoth at point-blank range.
What is this? A suicide attack? Why are you laughing?
A massive explosion engulfs the area.
Link with glass slippers complete. Finally, Cinderella will awaken.
It's quiet.
No. Why? Why?
Something flies out of the smoke and lands in front of me. It's Vesti, who has been sliced in two.
Commander. Sorry. I couldn't win.
Don't worry, we'll defeat her.
Please.
We continue our assault on Behemoth, but nothing seems to work. Behemoth uses her clamps to clasp onto a giant chunk of crystal, and then flings it towards the sound of the gunfire. An explosion rings out in the distance and the gunshots stop. I lurch forward, barely hanging on to consciousness.
What did I do wrong? Her body is fine, and the linking went well. Has it simply been too long?
Grave is hit by Behemoth's attack and is sent hurtling backwards. Behemoth stands before Cinderella, who remains trapped inside the crystal.
Well, I appreciate you trying to fix her up. I'll take it from here.
Behemoth clamps onto the crystal, creating cracks and fissures through it. Then, the crystal shatters. Time freezes. The NIKKE dressed in pale blue lies on the ground, surrounding by crystal shards? Not quite correct grammar. And then she opens her crimson eyes.
Cinderella.
Cinderella looks around inquisitively, then locks eyes with Behemoth.
Who are you?
Hello, Enichiro.
Cinderella is a blank slate now and highly impressionable. We can't allow Behemoth to corrupt her.
Enichiro?
What's wrong? Is your memory a bit spotty? You're Enichiro, the first heretic. My predecessor.
Enichiro. Yes, that was it. That was my name.
Cecil mentioned to me that she was unsure what would happen to a NIKKE if they were exposed to my blood. Whatever happens, it can't get any worse than how things are going now. And so I swing my blood-soaked fist at Behemoth with all my might.
A punch? Really? A human stepping up to me? Your tenacity is truly impressive. I'll give you that much. It's such a waste.
Ow.
Would you like to join us? We don't usually add new members to the team, but I'll make an exception for you. Wait. What is this? Why is this? That dark matter? What's going on?
Behemoth is in pain. The Vapau is taking effect. Grave?
It's over. Cinderella has been corrupted.
Grave puts her hand to her heart.
Now, I will do what must be done with my own hands.
Don't give up. You've come so far. what you've desperately wanted. Don't give up now. You still can have what you fought for. There still must be hope. Bring her back.
Cinderella!
Graves staggers towards Cinderella.
Cinderella!
What are you calling me? My name is Anachiro.
No, you're Cinderella. Open your eyes. We can rewrite the past. We can erase all that shame. Let's write a new story together. All stories should have a happy ending. Now, get up.
Huh?
I said get up, Cinderella.
Cinderella reaches out her hand and touches the tip of Graves' helmet with her fingertips.
Do you know me?
I do. I do.
But I don't know you. Show me your face.
It's not pretty.
Show me.
My face is badly damaged. You might not recognize me. My voice has changed as well. It may not sound familiar to you anymore.
Cinderella caresses Graves' cheek, looking at the scar-riddled visage before her. As she does, tears fall from her eyes.
Beautiful. You were always so beautiful. You still are. You protected me.
Cinderella?
What should I do now? Tell me, my greatest audience.
What we were supposed to do long ago. What we wanted to accomplish so badly, but were unable to. Our enemy. The enemy of humanity. Bring them down. My goddess of victory.
The audience has spoken. I will rewrite this story and continue it.
Behemoth approaches.
I don't know what came over me. Did I eat some bad food or something?
She has more or less recovered from the vapor. Behemoth spreads her arms wide and flashes a big smile.
Cinderella, what are you waiting for?
Glass slippers fully connected. Let it rain.
A bright blue light is glowing, casting a scattered panoply of illumination. Amongst this light, Cinderella, awoken from her inner slumber, confronts the enemy enveloped in a darkness. It's like a scene from the legends of old. Fairy tale.
A story that was once defiled and kept from the world. An old, forgotten fairy tale. Now, in this place, in this very moment, it will be rewritten.
Hold on! What are you doing? Wait!
Tell me, am I beautiful now?
You are radiant.
After hearing Graves' joyous voice, I lose consciousness. Sorry, that scene is too epic. We can't afford it. Tap to start the next chapter. I don't want to though.
Let's go.
I want to get this collectible. Anyway, that probably doesn't make any sense, but the mirror container is quite the nasty wake-up call, and it all comes down to Ian. Ian has to be able to one-shot those things, and unless you're on equal level, that means that you need to give her some extra buffs, but you also need to make sure that either it isn't full burst or it's full burst with cover. Because while you're in full burst, everyone is shooting at the same target, and that means it'll trigger the defenses for the glass slippers. Anyway, until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around. I mean, maybe I'll show the rest of this, but for now, it's already past half an hour. Oh. My bad. I look up to see a ceiling. I'm in the infirmary at Reclamation Site 01. My body seems okay. There's a slight discomfort in my stomach, but nothing major. Plus, the mere fact that I'm lying here means... What does it mean? I sit up to assess the situation and look around. The first thing that catches my eye is Cinderella. She is sitting down and looking at a hand mirror.
Hello, Prince Charming. You finally come to.
What did you call me?
You're the one who found my glass slippers and woke me up. I can hardly think of a more fitting name for you.
Thank you, but how did we get here?
I don't like giving explanations. It's not beautiful. Go take a look outside. Everyone is safe, for now. I'll just take a few more looks in the mirror before I head out. I must maintain my beauty.
Feeling thoroughly confused, I exit the infirmary. As I open the door, I squint as the bright sunlight shines into my eyes.
Commander. Master?
Anise? Neon? How long was I out?
Not too long. A few hours? But are you sure you should be walking around? He's always getting beaten, battered, and bruised. He must have built up a tolerance. Don't be ridiculous. Having said that, you did recover awfully quickly. Almost unnaturally so.
Can either of you explain to me what happened?
Well, Cinderella fought with Behemoth. She wasn't quite able to overcome her. It was a long brawl. Behemoth ended up expanding that dark matter of hers. So much so that it covered her entire body and rendered Cinderella's attacks useless.
Could that be her transformative properties or some other ability?
It didn't feel like that. It felt more like a last-minute gambit done out of desperation. She appeared to be in severe pain. So we took advantage of that and escaped.
Could it have been a side effect of the Vapau? What about Absolute?
Not good. Vesti is completely wrecked, and the crystals consumed a majority of Uma's body. She's operating at a severely limited capacity, but the situation isn't any worse than it was with hammering. So long as we replace her body with another, she should be fine. Emma was also badly hurt, since she tried to protect Unwa from the crystals that Behemoth was throwing. It's fair to say that she's out of commission for the time being. We're waiting until the transport unit arrives.
Sounds like Absolute took quite the beating. What about Grave?
Her body was torn to shreds, so Mana is looking after her. Apparently, if you're injured to that extent, your consciousness typically shuts down automatically. So Mana was surprised she held out for so long. Still, Mana said she can repair her. Since Grave has the body of a mass-produced NIKKE, swapping it out for a new one shouldn't be too difficult.
That's good to hear. Reppy?
Being so soundly defeated by Behemoth got into her head for a bit. But she's fired up and determined to get revenge.
Someday she'll turn into that over-spec version of herself. But it won't be today in the plot.
She's currently with Absolute. She told us she wanted to say farewell.
Farewell?
Yes. I don't get it. She's gonna see them soon enough, so why say goodbye? Not like that. An emotional farewell. Anyways, that's the situation so far. Shifty said she'll fill us in on the next step of the plan when she gets details. Let's rest until then.
What is Cinderella doing here? Though.
To repay the favor. You all saved me.
How long have you been standing there?
I think only for about 12 seconds, given that I only saw her offside sprite for that amount of time. When you say repay the favor, what do you mean?
I wish to join you in reclaiming the surface. It's something I should have done a long time ago.
Welcome to the team.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, about that thing I mentioned. Can we make that happen?
Huh?
She keeps asking us to install full-body mirrors around the place.
Right. She has a bit of a... I wouldn't say it's a narcissist complex, but she definitely has a fetish for mirrors.
Yeah, every 100 meters. No less.
That was a compromise on my part. I was originally going to ask for them every 50 meters.
Why do you want mirrors?
So that I can check my appearance constantly. I must always be beautiful. We all must be.
I feel like it's... The thing is, I feel like the way that she talks about beauty is also the same way that characters like Ibuki Miyoda and Papyrus talk themselves up. Look, I'm the most awesome person ever, but so are you. With her, it's, I need to be beautiful, but so does everyone.
You sound like a vain celebrity.
More like a sheltered princess. So yes, as I was about to wrap up...
As long as it's not for too long.
Would you like to pay us money? No. As I was saying, until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around.